Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be me reacting to my 2018 Ulta orders. You guys seem to enjoy me doing it with 2017 and wanted me to continue. 2018 is heavy. I got a lot in 2018, so I'm really excited to go through these, kind of walk down memory lane. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I've also done this video series with Sephora and partly ColourPop until ColourPop literally stopped showing me my past orders. Literally cannot access it. Computer, phone, it doesn't work. ColourPop was like, no. You're not gonna react to our products anymore. So we have moved on to Ulta and I'm really excited to dive in. Before we hop into it, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my IGTV by the time this video goes up and I absolutely love it. I think these colors are so fun. And then just my details really quick. This necklace is from Shop Sun & Co. You can use my affiliate code Beautbean for 10% off. My plugs are Love Kills Boutique. My earrings are Spooky Doodle Club on Etsy. And my bracelet and ring are from Ana Luisa. Okay, got all that out of the way. Let's just hop in and react to my 2018 Ulta orders. Quick reminder as well that these are only my online orders because with Ulta you can only see your past orders as far as when you've used your points last, and I usually use mine once or twice a year, so I literally cannot see my in-store orders. I always get people that try to tell me how to do it. I cannot do it. I promise you, I've tried everything. Computer, phone, I've tried it all. I can't access it because I've used my points. So now that that's out of the way, these are my online orders. I was definitely in the buy mentality when it came to makeup because early YouTube days, you know, 2017, 2018, it was a lot of buy mentality, and it still is, but I've learned to kind of control it now. But I bought a lot back then, quite a lot. Let's get into it. My first order of 2017 was January 30th. I should probably scooch over so that we can actually fit pictures, right? So I made a purchase on January 30th and the first thing I got was the Lime Crime Plushies Liquid Lip in Milk Tea. Oh, this was the first time I tried one of those. I love this formula. It's very much like that blotted lip kind of feel where it's a little bit more translucent and you kind of pat it out and it looks a little less opaque. It's so pretty. I still love this particular lipstick in Milk Tea. It's really pretty. I think I wore it a few weeks ago actually. Had it a very long time then. But I love this formula. I still love this shade. I'm happy with that. I also bought an Ash Brown Dip Brow from ABH. I used to only use brow pomades. I would do the very thick, structured, blocky brow, which sometimes I'm still a little bit down for, but I do prefer more of a fluffy brow now. I don't really do that. And I don't really utilize pomades for the same purpose anymore. Now if I use a pomade, I usually just do like little strokes. I don't do like full on drawn on brows. If that's still your vibe, I'm not hating on you at all, I promise. I've just changed my preference for myself, but I went through quite a few of those, many a dip brow, so I did buy one of those. Moving on to March 30th, exactly 2 months later, I bought the Lime Crime Fairies Highlight Palette. I actually do not have this one anymore. It was pretty, but it just like, I don't know, it didn't fill my soul with enough joy, so eventually I decluttered it. Maybe like a year or so later, I gave it to one of my friends. But I did like it at the time. It was pretty, it just wasn't like wowing me enough. And this isn't even available on Ulta's site anymore. It still could be on the actual Lime Crime site, but not on this one. It just had kind of like a darker golden shade, which was not good for my skin tone. It was too deep for me. It had kind of like a lavender-ish shade and then kind of like an icier shade. It was cute, but again, not anything worthwhile, and I don't have it anymore. The next month, April 19th, I got 4 things. I got another Plushies. This one is in Turkish Delight, and I still do love this shade. It's more of like a pinkier shade, whereas the other one was a little bit more of a brown neutral. This is more of a pinky neutral. Again, very cute. I do prefer Milk Tea over this shade, but I still have this one. I still enjoy it, and I really do like that formula. I bought my first Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C1. I did love that concealer for a while. I'm pretty sure I went through 2 of them if I'm not mistaken, but now I use the Conceal and Hydrate. It's actually what I've been using recently. I just busted this out again. I'm still using the shade C1. I just like the hydrating one more because I have normal to dry skin, and I find the hydrating one just blends nicer, looks a little bit better, but the Conceal and Define was not bad for me at all. I just have the preference for the Hydrate one. And again, I got a couple Glitter and Glow eyeshadows. We went through so many of these in the 2017 one. I bought so many of these. I can't believe I bought so many of these, especially because now there are so many affordable liquid glitter shadows. Like the e.l.f. ones are I think $5 and they're really good. These are $24 a pop, and I bought 2 of them in this order. That's almost $50 I spent on just 2 liquid glitter eyeshadows. I do not spend money like that anymore. But I bought the shade Enchantress, which is actually really pretty. I might still have that one if it didn't dry out yet, but it was like a really pretty peachy glitter. It was super cute, very springy, peachy fun. And then I also got Fairy Tale, which this one was also really pretty. And again, I might still have this one if it's not dried out. It was more of like a bronzy, almost gunmetal-y color, and it had little rainbow reflex in it. It wasn't a specific color. It was kind of a transformation of all of them. It wasn't super dark, but it wasn't super light. This one was really pretty and unique as well. I feel like I don't regret these 2 specifically because they were really pretty and I did get quite a bit of use out of them. But at the same time, I don't know why I was spending money like that on those glitter shadows. Moving on to just later that same month, because that was June 4th. Now we're on June 26th. I was just buying everything, wasn't I? So I bought 4 things in this order. I bought another Plushies liquid lip. Clearly this was my favorite thing in 2018. I was also very much that collect them all kind of person. Like if I discovered one product that I liked from like a range, I was like, okay, well I need all of them, which is why I was getting so many glitter and glows, because I was like, well, I like this one, might as well have all of them. Don't be like 2018 Betty Jean. And clearly I was like that with the Plushies, but I bought the cherry soda one. Don't think I have that one anymore. I'm pretty sure I decluttered that one just because I felt like the sheerness with the red, and it was a pretty bright red, like a very much like a cherry red. It's called cherry soda. I felt like the little bit of sheerness with that was just kind of weird on my lips. It almost looked a little streaky. It didn't really blend into my lips the same way neutrals did. So I'm pretty sure I decluttered that one. It wasn't my favorite. I also got the Lime Crime Unicorn Hair Semi-Permanent Color Tint. I bought it in Moonchild. This was back when I was doing very fun colors in my hair. I will bring that back at some point, but not till my hair gets longer. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. I guess I was trying to go for a lavender. I'm pretty sure my hair had already kind of faded to a lavender at this point, if I'm remembering correctly. And I was like, you know what, let me just try a different brand's lavender. So I tried this one, didn't really like it. It's a very, 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 very sheer formula, which I'm pretty sure these specific ones are the sheer ones. Like they have sheerer ones and more opaque ones. This was a very sheer one, very conditioner heavy. Like if you overwork it too much, it starts to turn white and it looks like just conditioner and then there's no color in it anymore. And I remember I left this one on for the max time, which was like 2 hours. It doesn't damage your hair or anything. It's non-oxidative. And it didn't leave much behind. I think it left my hair a little bit more lavendery, but it literally faded in a wash, so was not my favorite formula. I think I was mostly trying it for experimental reasons. I am a hairstylist, so I have access to professional lines, and I typically almost always use professional lines, but I did experiment with the different semi-permanents. Like I used Arctic Fox and Lime Crime just for informational purposes to try them out, but did not really like that very much. I also got a Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. That might have been my first time ever trying it. I actually just used that as my lid primer today. One of my favorite eyeshadow primers of all time. I've been using it for a few years now, clearly. This was 2018. Still love it, still use it, still fantastic. I've gone through a few of them. I also got the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. It was just like a brush tip liquid liner. I remember this one was okay. If you use too much of it, it got a little bit cracky, and I actually prefer, where is it? This is my favorite liner. This is also from NYX, but this is the Epic Wear. This is also kind of a brush tip, but it's also a little bit more like a felt tip. It's like felt tip shape, but it's still a brush. I really like this type of shape. Whether it's felt tip or a brush tip, I just like that pen style format. I like that one better. It works really well. It's super black, doesn't crack or anything like that. So pretty sure I never repurchased this one. I think I used it until it was gone, but it just wasn't my favorite. Moving on to July 2nd. What did I buy here? I got the brand Yes2. I got the Blueberry facial wipes. I do not use makeup wipes anymore. I definitely went through a period where I only used makeup wipes, as a lot of people did. I don't remember anything about these. They're not something I would buy again. I don't buy makeup wipes. I don't like to use them on my skin, and they're also just more wasteful. I sometimes get sent makeup wipes as PR from like just random brands like ColourPop or something, and I keep them around to wipe off arm swatches when I'm doing swatches for videos, but I do not use them on my face and I don't buy them. And I also got 2 of the Lime Crime Diamond Dew Liquid Shadows. I did not like these. Before I get into what the shades were, the component was so weird. Like the top was very short and it was kind of fat and you had to hold it in a funny way, and I found it really awkward to unscrew. Wasn't my favorite. I didn't like how short it was. It just made it really hard to kind of hold. Very specific. But I got the shade Dragon, which was kind of like a tealish, bluish, brownish kind of color. I feel like very much that typical shade that Dragon usually goes with. I feel like it's always like a brownish green. The color was okay. I found the formula to be a little streaky, but mostly the applicator is what I didn't like. And I also got Pixie, which was kind of like an iridescent-y shade. It was kind of pinky-ish. That shade was cuter, and since it was lighter, it was a little bit easier to kind of get away with the fact that it had some streakiness, but I did not love these. I think I only used them literally a couple times before I decided they were not worth my time. So there's that. All right, almost 2 months later, we are on August 26th. I got 6 items. Let's see what they are. I got a Morphe Beauty Sponge. I kind of bounced between the Morphe sponge and the Real Techniques one for a while. Now I'm a microfiber sponge person through and through. The Juno & Co sponges are my favorite, but I did bounce around with the Morphe one sometimes. I don't really shop through Morphe anymore. They're not my favorite brand, and I wouldn't be going out of my way to buy their sponge, but I used to like it back in the day. Oh, I got my first Epic Ink liner from NYX. Clearly, I realized that first liner wasn't my favorite, so I tried the other one. Loved it, still love it. I've gone through a few of them. I also got the NYX Double Dare Blush. I loved this one for a while. I did end up decluttering it. I want to say last blush declutter I did last year, just because I found I wasn't reaching for it anymore. I think I'd used it maybe once the year that I did the declutter. So I just decided it needed a better home since I wasn't really using it. I try to do that with makeup. Like I don't want to hold on to things just for the sake of holding on to them. If I'm not using them, they might as well not be around. But I did like it. It was a very bright, almost neon-y orangey color. It was really cute. I just have other shades that I like more and reach for more than this. So that one I don't have anymore, but I did love it for a while. Oh man, I got 2 more NYX glitters. I talked about this last time, but I also had the collector's mentality for those NYX glitters. I have probably 1 now. I had all of them at a point. I'm pretty sure I had literally all of them, which they weren't crazy expensive, so that's good, but I had too many. I had too many. But I got the Dubai Bronze Glitter, which was kind of like a warm orangey brown color. Definitely not my speed now. I probably only got this one because of the collector's mentality. But also 2017, 2018, I was very into the warm neutrals when I did play with neutrals. I've always been a color person, but early YouTube days definitely influenced the warm orangey coppery browns, right? And then I also bought Goldstone, which I do not remember this shade. It just looks kind of like a taupey brown. It's cuter than the warm one, in my opinion, but not one that I needed by far. And last for this order, I got one of the NYX Ombre blushes, which is no longer available on Ulta's site. This is in the shade Sweet Spring. This was a very pinky one. It goes from like a lighter cool tone pink to more of a vibrant, darker, warmer pink. I liked the ombre blushes for a while. Again, I'm pretty sure I don't have them anymore just because I decided I wasn't using them enough, but they were cute for a while. I did enjoy them. I say them because I'm pretty sure I had more than one at a point. Next up, about a week and a half later, on September 2nd, I got the Venus 3 palette. What was this one called? Is it just called the Venus 3? I think that's the name of it. I didn't love this one. I was very impressed with the first Venus and the second Venus. I actually don't have the first one anymore because it wasn't really my color story, but I still have the second one. The third one just wasn't my favorite. I found the mattes to be very sheer. They were hard to build up. Like it wasn't a horrible formula. It was just too sheer for my liking, and especially compared to the first 2 palettes. And the shimmers were just very translucent. You had to really pack it on, and even then it wasn't as metallic as I would have wanted. So I ended up passing this one along. I feel like starting at this point, the formula just wasn't my favorite anymore. So you live and you learn. Not my favorite. Didn't love that one. I think I kept it around for probably a year or 2, and then I ended up giving it to a friend. About 2 weeks later, September 14th, I made a couple Dose of Colors purchases. I bought the matte liquid lipstick in Chocolate Wasted. Still love that shade. I still love that shade. It's a beautiful, dark, chocolatey brown. Ooh, I will die on the hill that everybody looks good in a brown lipstick. Please try it if you haven't. I still love that one. And I also got the Jazzy Gloss, which I also still have. I do enjoy both lip formulas from Dose of Colors. The Jazzy one is more of like a rosy shade and it has little glitters in it. Super cute. I don't reach for it all the time, but it's a really cute gloss. Oh my gosh, literally the next day I made another order. What is wrong with me? Oh, you know what it was? These last couple orders, were all like half off. I think these were during like the Ulta sale, like the 30 days of beauty or whatever it's called, because all of these have been half off. So it's probably why I was making multiple orders, and I think it's free shipping during these events usually. Yep, looks like it. Well, I bought the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. How did I feel about this one? I wanna say I liked it and I enjoyed using it, but the idea of paying the $35 instead of the $17.50 made me not want it as much. I'm not sure why I didn't repurchase this one. I probably just didn't love it enough to spend the $35, which that's not a horrible price now looking back. I feel like my Milk Blur one is around the same price. I'm not sure. I do feel like I liked it though, but obviously it's not my favorite. I'm not continuing to use it, but I don't think I hated that powder by any means. All right, literally like 2 weeks later, September 28th. Again, these are half off, so these must have been part of the sale. I bought a Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral. The only time I ever bought this, what's it called, concealer, I don't know why I forgot that word. The only time I used to buy this concealer was when it was half off, because every so often the Ulta Platinum members or whatever, it would be available for like a day for half off, and that's when I would buy it again, because $27 is so expensive for a concealer, and it was $27 back in 2018. I'm pretty sure it's $30 now, if I'm not mistaken. That's a lot of money to spend on concealer, but I was able to justify $13.50. I did like this concealer for a while. It was my favorite. I'm at the very end of my very last one right here. I just kind of use it to clean up my brows now because it's almost gone. I don't plan on buying it again. I have other concealers that are, one, more affordable, and two, just better. But it wasn't a bad concealer. I still don't hate it. It's just not my favorite anymore, not something I'm willing to spend $30 on. And I also got actually 2 more of the Yes to Blueberries facial wipes, because I was a makeup wipe person for whatever reason. 2 days later, I made another order. Goodness, September was a heavy month. Wow. Oh, this was a good order though. Okay, so this is when Dose of Colors did their collaboration with Desi and Katie. So this was the Friendcation palette. It's no longer available, unfortunately. I loved this palette, but unfortunately, I dropped it so many times that like that beautiful blue, which was my favorite shade in the palette, totally shattered. And I don't know. I didn't really need it in my life anymore after that happened, because the other shades were just ones I had similar ones to in other palettes. And just that blue breaking really shattered my soul. But I got a lot of use out of it. I used it quite a bit. I think they did a beautiful job with that palette. The color story was really cute. The shimmers were to die for, so beautiful. There was like a really pretty wet looking one similar to Ritz from ColourPop. They did a good job with that. And then also the Over the Top gloss, which was my favorite gloss for the longest time. It was just like clear with gold sparkles, but it was so pretty and glidey and it looked so good. Loved that gloss. I'm almost out of mine finally. I'm pretty sure I bought a second one at some point, but I could just be using the same one. I can't remember if I ever was able to get a second one. All right, moving on to October. On October 9th, I bought 2 things. I bought another Morphe sponge, and I also bought the LA Girl Pro Coverage White Liquid Foundation. I got this to, 1, mix with foundations if I needed them to be a little bit lighter, but 2, to have a white foundation to do like spooky makeup. I don't really do costume makeup anymore because I'm not very good at it and it's very time consuming. Once in a while I will though, and I still have that foundation if I ever need like a very pale face, paler than I naturally am. So yeah, there's that. It's not a great formula or anything, but it serves its purpose. And it's more comfortable than face paint. And next, a few weeks later, October 21st, I made quite the haul here. It looks like I had a coupon though. I think that's why I made this order. So I got the Beauty Bakery Wake and Bake Face Oil. I loved this face oil for a very long time. I mixed it with my primers and used it before my makeup, and I swore by it. It was one of my favorite products ever. I thought it was so good. And I also got the Beauty Bakery So Icy Mini Illuminator in the shade Iced, which is a white. I ended up decluttering this one pretty fast because it was very, very messy. I feel like anything that's in like a cardboard container like that you have to pop the lid off, it always just flies everywhere. It was a loose powder, so it was just so messy. And I feel like it wasn't that special of a formula that made me want to just like deal with it. So yeah, don't have that anymore. This one's confusing. I'll get into why. The liquid lip in the shade Ginger Snap. So I remember very vividly the first time I wore this liquid lipstick, I was in love with it. It just made my lips look beautiful. It was such a beautiful rusty brown color, very grungy, very cute. It made my lips look smooth. It was comfortable, but I swear to you, every single time I tried to wear it after that day, it was crumbly and cakey and nasty and so unpleasant and uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure I ended up throwing this one away. I wasn't even gonna put any of my friends through that, but I was so confused that it was literally so beautiful the first time I used it, and then it was disgusting. I don't know what happened. This one is really funny and really sad. So I got the Lime Crime Unicorn lipstick in the shade Serpentina. It was a bullet lipstick and it was an emerald green. I don't know why I bought this, because back then I did not like bullet lipstick. I never wore it. It was not my thing. I was a liquid lipstick person through and through. Once in a while I would dabble in a gloss, like those Dose of Colors ones that I got, but I was a liquid lipstick person. You could not have convinced me to wear a bullet lipstick. So I don't know why I bought this. I'm pretty sure I literally never wore it. I'm pretty sure I only swatched it, and then maybe a year or so later I decluttered it to a friend. I don't know why I bought this. What a waste of money. And it's a pretty lipstick. I probably would wear it now, but I did not like bullet lipstick then, so I don't know who I was kidding. And then I bought 2 of the Amore Shine liquid lip colors. I don't even know if these are available anymore because I think they were Halloween exclusives, but I got the shades Bewitching and Supernatural. Bewitching was a really pretty wine red, very cute. I'll get into why I didn't like these in a second, but I just want to talk about the colors. Just a really pretty dark wine red. And then Supernatural was a black. So I don't know why. I feel like I was just stupid when I bought these because they were advertised as a shiny liquid lip. So in my mind, it was gonna be a matte liquid lipstick, but shiny. I literally don't think that's possible. Like, there's no way something can really be shiny and also matte, because it wasn't metallic. I wasn't thinking metallic, because I know metallic liquid lipsticks exist. This one, I was expecting it to literally be shiny, and in the pictures, it just looked like shiny glossy, but I don't know if I was just I had to have been misinterpreting it. I was thinking that it would be a matte liquid lipstick and dry, but also shiny glossy. It wasn't, obviously. It was just a very thick, opaque gloss. Very gloppy, very gloopy, very not good, very messy, and especially with shades as dark as these, it was a no-go. I'm pretty sure I tried wearing one of them once and I was like, oh, hell no, this is not staying on my mouth. Yeah, I decluttered those pretty quick. They were disgusting. And then I also, in this order, got the Desi and Katie matte lipstick in the shade Aftermath. Again, another bullet lipstick. I must have been trying something. I must have been thinking like, you know what, I could like bullet lipstick. And I actually do still have this shade. It's a really pretty like brown shade. It's like a warm rusty brown color, not like a chocolate brown, just like a rusty brown. I still have it, I'm pretty sure, and it's actually a really nice lipstick. I don't reach for it too often because I still don't reach for bullet lipsticks that often. I do use my ColourPop lippy sticks every so often, but I'm mostly a gloss person now. But yeah, I do like this color. I like this lip. It was very comfortable, easy to glide on, nothing too scary. So that one has still survived, but that Serpentina one, I did not use that. All right, November 16th, about a month later, I bought 2 things. I got another one of those Lime Crime Diamond Dews. I don't know why I was convinced. I mean, these were half off, both of these products in this order, so I guess I was just like, you know what, $10, I'll give it another shot. Maybe I'll like a different color better. I should have known better since I didn't like the first 2 Diamond Dews I tried this year, but this one was called Chocolate Diamond. It was a sparkly, glitzy brown color, but again, didn't like it. It was streaky. It was very awkward to hold, very short and just stubby and weird. I didn't like it. I don't know why I bought it. Then I also got the Saharan eyeshadow palette from Juvia's Place because it was heavily discounted. It was 12 instead of 20. I had it, I used it, I enjoyed it enough, I suppose. I'm pretty sure I did multiple videos with it on my channel if you need inspiration, but I don't have it anymore. I ended up decluttering it. A bit too boring for my taste. I don't know why I bought it. I think I was starting to get into that collector's mentality for Juvia's Place back in the day, so yeah, there's that. Oh, that was the last order. I didn't realize. Let me scoot back in. So yeah, that was my Ulta orders from 2018. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to continue it, let me know. I can do 2019. Again, a decent amount of stuff in 2019, not as much as 2018, but still a lot of stuff, and actually a lot of stuff that I still have. So let me know if you're interested in me continuing this Ulta series. I would love to know what products you were buying at Ulta back in 2018, or even if you didn't shop at Ulta, just what were you buying back in 2018? What were you into? Do you look back on anything that you bought back then and you're like, why did I buy that? Because that's how I feel about some of these products today. This was fun though. Makeup is a journey after all. It kind of takes trial and error figuring out what you'll like because you don't know what you you like unless you try stuff. I feel like at this point I'm very good at being able to gauge if I will like something, which is why I don't necessarily buy every new thing. If anything, I'm very picky about my makeup spending because unless it's gonna be very special in my collection or something that I think is really gonna change my makeup game, I don't really want it because I'm very content with what I have. But I wanna hear all your thoughts down below. Did you try any of the products that I had in 2018 as well? Let's talk about it down below. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a dessert emoji. And if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's Beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.